Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Maitreya Muni says, O Vidura, while King Prithu was being glorified by all his citizens, at that time, bright, sun-like bright, with their vigor of purity, 4 Kumāras arrived there. Seeing the bright-faced, spiritually surcharged 4 Kumāras, the king and his associates recognized them as Sanak Sanandan Sanatan Sanat Kumar. And they stood up with folded hands and bowed head with honor, respect, to welcome them. When 4 Kumāras sat down on their seats given by the king washed their feet and sprinkled that washed water on his head. Bhakta pada dhuli, bhakta pada jala, bhakta bhukta avasesa tini mahabala. The dust derived from the lotus feet of a pure devotee, the water that has washed the lotus feet of that pure devotee, the food remnants left in his plate. These 3 things are greatest blessings for a person in this world. That's why king sprinkled and took a drop in his mouth, that washed water of these great devotees. He did this in the public because to teach others how they should welcome and respect a pure devotee. Pure devotee is not ordinary. Suddha bhakata charana renu bhajana anukula is dust or water derived from the feet of the pure devotee is a benediction. Chant Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra, because mind while chanting runs everywhere. To steady it, this is the remedy. These 4 Kumāras are seniors to Lord Shiva. They were born before Lord Shiva was born. That's why king made them sit on a golden throne. When they arrived, king provided thrones made of gold. After seated, king asked, O great sages, what meritorious deeds I did, so great devotees like you, being uninvited, suddenly arrive in my place. Great devotees like you are very rare in this world. Because if they came by their own accord, it is more meritorious. Whomever with Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu are pleased, they get such opportunity. Because their blessing, when they come, their blessings keep them happy while alive, and after death, reward and liberation. Their association brings that result. O great sages, you selflessly wander around all over the universe just to benefit others. Pivanti nadya swayameva na jalam, swayam na khadanti phalani brakya, Nadanti sasyam khalu parivaha paropakaraya satam vibhutaya. Great devotees of the Lord, selflessly keeping their soul in their hand, they move risking their life all over the world for everyone's benefit, as much as sweet water carried by a river, or fruits bore by trees, or clouds pour rain. They do not take anything for themselves. They do it for others' benefit. King further said, it's very, very rare to have a pure devotee coming to their house. Only those who are not sufficiently meritorious, they cannot see, they cannot feel, they cannot understand pure devotee. They cannot see. They cannot appreciate a pure devotee. Maharaj further says, Vyālālaya drumāvai tesu arikta akhila sampada yad gruhas tirtha padiya pada tirtham vivarjita. In whomever's house a pure devotee is not welcome. In whomever's house pure devotees don't come. In whomsoever's house pure devotees, dust is not available. In whoever's house the water washed with lotus feet of a pure devotee is not sprinkled, like king did, that house is like of a tree upon which poisonous cobra lives. जिस घर में गुरु की पूजा नहीं, संत नहीं, मेहमान, उस घर में यम ने डेरा डाला, जीवत रहे बिकेम शमशान. In whoever's house pure devotee is not welcomed, not appreciated. In whoever's house devotee is not, pure devotee is not worshipped. Guru ki puja nahi. Guru means pure devotee. Meaning of Guru means pure devotee, transparent by a media, God. It's called pure devotee. It's not welcomed, not appreciated, not supplied. Whatever Guru requires to be happy. Then that house, in that house, death personified Yamaraj lives. And they are just breathing dead people, just breathing. So, O great sages, king is speaking. O great sages, you are welcomed wholeheartedly. I welcome you. You are very austere and celibate. And your goal is to benefit everyone. That's why you go everywhere. And only those who are fortunate, they welcome you. You know, we are entangled. Me, he says, king says, I am entangled. We are entangled in the family affairs. How can we receive liberation being entangled? We need to get out from that. O great sages, it is an offense to ask you about your well-being, because you are always with the Supreme Lord. Anyone who lives near the Supreme Lord, it's a fact. Whoever is close to the Supreme Lord has no problems. You are near the Supreme Lord. It is an offense to ask, how are you? Those questions. Because your happiness and distress depends on the Supreme Lord. Oh, great sages, I trust you. I respect you. I welcome you. Wholeheartedly, I surrender unto your lotus feet. Please answer one question. How can a person who's entangled in a family life with a wife and children, earning wealth and spending, receive liberation? Obtaining liberation is the goal of human life. If one does not receive liberation in human birth, his whole human birth is waste. O sage, please reply to this question. The Supreme Lord cannot be seen by naked eyes, material eyes. To be seen to the people who have material eyes, Lord takes form like you, pure devotees, and come to be seen with the eyes. You are so great. I am so glad that you, without being invited, have come. Oh, Swāmī or sage, a pure devotee should come without being invited, so I don't need to invite. That is also not a proper thing. King performed a great sacrifice. But when he invited the four Kumāras, they had their other engagements, so they could not come, so they came now. So because uninvited pure devotee is better than invited pure devotee, therefore I should not invite. That is incorrect. Because it's Kali Yuga, you must invite. And he comes and then you welcome him. King says, Vaishnavas who are pure and perfectly pure Brahmins are two things. Very important. Their glories we cannot describe, he says. The Adi Purana says, Brahmana Vaishnava Mukhya Yato Vishnu Mukhodbhava Vishnuna Samatam Nitas Te Geya Vaishnavostama. See? This is happening in beginning of Treta Yuga. There were no converted Brahmins. Converted Brahmin began only 100 years ago by Siddhanta Saraswati, nobody else before that. Siddhanta Saraswati mercifully did this, and we are glad to have this process of having converted Brahmins. But such converted Brahmins should not become egotistic and think they are the real Brahmins and everybody else is bogus Brahmin. No, that is not correct. Because we become devotees, and we live in an institution, and we think only people living in this institution will go back to God and everybody else cannot. That is also improper and offensive thought and statement. Should not think like this, nor say like this. The spiritual world is three times more area than the material world. So you cannot say spiritual world belongs to you only because you are converted devotee, you are converted Brahmin, you are the greatest, and everybody else cannot go there, is not proper. Sir, madam, you must be very careful. Here, look what it says. Brahmana Vaishnava Mukhya Yato Vishnu Mukhodbhava Vishnuna Samatam Nitaste Geya Vaishnavottama. Those Brahmins who live as per the rules of scriptures, says, and those devotees who are wholeheartedly all the time engaged in devotional service, these two people are born from the mouth of God. The word Vaishnava did not come from these four Acharyas, Vaishnava Acharyas. No, this is Treta Yuga. They are born from the mouth of Brahmins, God himself, Vishnu Mukhodbhava. Who? These two Brahmins who live as per the rules of scriptures, and Vaishnavas who all the time engaged in devotional service. These two. Then, who out of these two, whomever Lord Kṛṣṇa takes close to him, they are the best of all. Best devotees, pure devotees, like that. Hearing this, Maitreya Muni says, O Vidura, after hearing the appropriate, serious, and precise, sweet, and respectful words from the king, Sanat Kumar became very happy. These four Kumāras all became happy, but Sanat Kumar especially, because he will speak. Out of four, one speaks. He smiled, became happy, smiled, and spoke. O king, you know scriptures, but for others' benefit, you ask these questions. Actually, it is a fact. One who knows, he remains humble and he waits for somebody to ask. Manu Maharaj, Manu Niti says, let the learned not speak until questioned. Like that. So, those who are pure at heart, they have such nature because they want to help others. Paropakaraya punyaya. Like that. So, Sant Kumar said, if the speaker and listener both are devotees, serious, sincere devotees, the result of come out from their discussion benefit everyone. Pure devotional service is not available to everyone, he said. Everybody cannot obtain it. One has to continuously practice devotional service to obtain this state. If somebody has obtained pure devotional service, their heart and mind became pure. They have no material desires left in them. Knowledge, to go back to Godhead, is written in the scriptures. And the goal of human being is to receive liberation from this world. Those who have firm faith in Guru and God, those who faithfully please and serve these two, Guru and God, and perform devotional service as per scriptures. Live simply, worship Lord, regularly, daily, no vacation, and listen and read the nectarine narrations of the Supreme Lord. Try to keep away from associating closely with those who are not yet devotees. Remain satisfied while it comes regularly, income. Feel pleased to live secludedly, not tormenting, torturing, creating trouble for anyone. Remaining away from being attached to material things. Thinking that it will help, chanting the holy name of the Lord will help the soul. That's why they remain bereft of criticizing, fault finding in others. Always hanker to chant the glories of the Lord and listen about him. Not become excited. Agitated. Not become agitated or excited. Then such people easily obtain pure devotional service and then reach to the Supreme Lord. As long as somebody's mind and heart craves for sense gratification, desires emanate in their mind. And these desires disconnect one from the Supreme Lord. Anyone who establishes connection with the Supreme Lord through devotional service, they become pure and become free from dualities. For example, if there is water, bowl of water filled with water, you can see their face. You see this gross face as a reflection, or you see in the mirror, you gross and reflection, two things. If somebody got Lord Kṛṣṇa, realized at heart the duality of reflection and substance means happiness and distress of this world, gets removed. When Lord Kṛṣṇa comes at heart, the sinful desires are automatically removed. Maya, the illusory energy of the Lord, who keeps the living entity away from the Lord, that goes. Jahan Kṛṣṇa tahan nahi maya ra adhikar. The material desires, they take the realization slowly, as much as grass grown in the water sucks the water through the root, reduce the water. Attachment to sense gratification destroys, reduces intelligence, destroys the real intelligence. And when intelligence is reduced, the memory is lost. When memory is lost, then knowledge is reduced. When knowledge is lost, then person becomes degraded. That's all nonsense. Therefore, always engaging in devotional service and thinking of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna should not be given up. Next, Kumāras say, Na kuryat karhichit sangam tamasti brahmtitir shishu dharmarthakam mokyanam yadaktantam vighatakam. Those who are drowning in the darkness of ignorance, if they want to cross over, they have to give up association or desires or attachment to material enjoyment. Because such material desire for sense gratification removes liberation from them. There are 4 goals of a human being: to be religious, to have economic development, to have sense gratification, and obtain liberation. There are 4 goals of a human being stated in the scripture. Out of that, liberation is the best. Because other 3, religiosity, just be religious, rituals, and earn money, make money, and enjoy sense gratification, these 3 things are covered by fear of death personified eternal time. Therefore, devotee, do not enjoy them. Do not think of them to have them. The Supreme Lord, at the time of creation, he aggravated three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance, using time. Whatever came out from this combination, that material, that is called material things, and cannot satisfy the spirit. The Supreme Lord, in the form of time, destroys the material items that emanated from this combination of three modes and a time. Those who want to cross over this material world through performing yoga, they cannot, because there is no Supreme Lord involved in it. The boat player who plows the boat, he is not there. It's called captain. There is no Kṛṣṇa like captain available for those who perform yoga. So yoga is not sufficient. Those who execute devotional service humbly, they sit in the boat like lotus feet of the Lord, because their concentration is lotus feet of the Lord. They go easily back to Godhead. You know, whole earth belongs to Brahmins. Actually, it is a fact. Lord Brahma created this earth, brought earth, and he gave it to Brahmins. You take it because you are there. You take care of it. Brahmins don't know how to manage. So they gave it to Kshatriyas to manage, and with their guidance. You take my consultation and manage this. Brahmins said. So everything belongs to Brahmins. Sanat Kumar is speaking. You know, they are the commander-in-chief of this earth. Everything belongs to them. They eat their own food, they wear their own clothes, they give charity their own money. Therefore, Brahmins should be taken care. Maitreya Muni says, Sanat Kumar said all this, and they left peacefully on the way back to Godhead. And king also received blessings from everyone and ruled his kingdom. Thank you very much.